Hello, beauty therapist. This is Kathleen here, and one of the promises that I made myself earlier this year was to come on here and educate you all and share my experiences as often as possible and whenever I'm feeling inspired. And it is a little bit late here in Adelaide. We're looking at about 10:30 p.m. But I wanted to do this little impromptu video because the video topic came to mind, and I am here in my clinic and thought, why not? Let's just talk about this really important topic. Now, by no means is this meant to be a downer video. This is actually meant to be quite inspiring and hopefully empowering for you if you are wanting to start your own beauty business. But I do have a few truth bombs to share with you because these were things I just didn't realize before starting my own business. I'm about 12 months in, officially 12 months in 9 days, but it was a little bit longer. I guess I was working on it before that. So here we go. These are all things that people really didn't tell me, and I don't think anyone would think to tell you. Everyone just says to you, oh, starting a business is really hard, like it's hard work and all of that. And it's very cliche to say, but I want to talk about what's specific to the beauty industry. And hello to whoever is watching. I can't see your names pop up, but nonetheless, hello. So the first thing that people don't tell you is that, you're going to be working really, really hard to get your business off the ground. When it comes to a service-based industry, basically it takes time to build up a client base, and this is not something I really truly understood to the full extent. I'd build up client bases at previous jobs, but I was not one to, I never would, and I don't actually recommend this to you at all. I never stole clients. I never recommended clients to my business ever, or recommended them to the next business that I worked for. I never did that. That is actually very unethical. And when you do operate in this way, and you do go to start out on your own business, you basically are starting from zero. I know that there are some therapists out there that do tell their clients about their businesses that they're starting and all of that, and I would just be really cautious with doing this. There is a lot of legal implications depending on your contracts and all of those kinds of things. So out of just ethics and good morals, if you are working for someone, don't take clients. It is it's an unwritten rule, and perhaps you signed a contract that doesn't allow you that. So with all that being said, essentially, building up a client base does take time. I've been in this for a year now, and I've only just recently started to get booked out. And there are multiple reasons. Like, I did take a month off to go to Thailand and a few other little things, but nonetheless, I'm at this stage where I'm finally being booked out. But that doesn't mean it's just easy going from there, because when you're first getting started, people just don't trust you. They don't trust your brand. They don't know who you are. And this kind of leads on to the second thing, is people really don't want to pay you what you are worth. And this kind of comes into a pricing strategy tip, I suppose, because people are always saying, charge what you're worth, charge, they basically say to you to charge or create a pricing structure that is for your ideal client. Now, I'm not saying to undercharge and be like the cheapest in your industry, but I'm also not saying don't be the most premium product or service out there. And I say this because people really just don't know who you are, and it takes time to build trust for a business. So if you've just started up out of nowhere, you can definitely charge good prices. I mean, for my first menu, I was charging $90 for a 45-minute treatment. Now, that is a little bit more higher end, but it was still I wasn't making a huge amount of profit as well. And, as I get busier and I'm just about to increase my prices, that's when you can start to do those things. And this is where I actually had to really swallow a hard pill and realize that not to get someone to even trust you to come in to pay for a treatment when your business isn't well known and you don't have results to back you up, like testimonials and reviews and all those things, it's like no one wants to kind of go in and trust you. They're like, oh, I don't know. It's not a guaranteed thing. So you might have to do some sort of low cost incentive. So the way I did this for a long time was I offered vouchers for my initial treatment. So I do skin in my clinic, and massage as well. So I would offer little discounts, gift vouchers to get them to come in, and I would also offer free consultations for the skin, things like this that make it a little bit easier to come in, and so they can gain my trust and they get to know me, and then we kind of move on forward from there. But you do have to be prepared. You're going to have to do these things. You might have to work for free. That is something I've done quite a bit, and it's just like, what? You didn't charge? And it's like, yeah, no, sometimes I didn't charge for my services. Sometimes you just come across a very good opportunity, and I'm not saying you don't just give things away for free. That's not what I mean. But there were sometimes opportunities where somebody would come across in my life where if I was to perhaps give them some free treatments in exchange for maybe social media promotion or something along those lines. Maybe it's a really good client and she'll be a very good case study. I did that with one client who just, she was a friend. I know she couldn't afford the treatment, so I actually sponsored her so she could come and get treatments, and so I could get a testimonial, and so I could get photos for the results. So what I'm saying here is that you're going to have to be prepared to do things for free or for cheap, to essentially gain people's trust. Another thing people don't tell you is that it takes so much time and mental energy to run a business. Now, time, of course it does, because when it's your own clinic, it's like, all right, you've got to come in an hour and a half early to set up. You've got to stay back an hour to clean up. And then you've also got to do the laundry. You've got to do all the admin. And by the way, admin isn't a small task. I had never been a proper admin worker before, and my goodness, am I realizing how talented those ladies are who understand and know admin. It is a full-time job, I'm telling you. You have to wear all the hats when you start your own business. So you're the cleaner, you're the stock orderer, you're the, oh my goodness, you're the therapist, you're the marketer, you're the social media manager, you are the bookkeeper. Honestly, the list goes on. You're the email support, all of it. So these are all things to keep in mind and realize that these things actually take a lot of time. And, there will be times where you're staying back late, and there will be times when you're, wanting to do things on the weekend, but you have to spend, if you really want to get the needle moving forward quickly, you're going to want to spend, your Sunday perhaps building something that's going to get you further. Another thing that people don't tell you is that growth really only happens for a business when you're working on your business, not in your business. Now, this is a concept basically where you can be the therapist all you like. And of course, that is actually what's generating you the income. Someone pays for their service, then they pay for a product, and then you get paid. And then you pay your bills, and then so on. But the thing is that, where am I here? There we go. When you are working for yourself and you're just doing the treatments, if you're not focusing on building the business, as in working on the business, creating new marketing, creating things that get your name out there, if you're not spending time on those, your business will either plateau or you will be dying, essentially. So every time that you aren't planting seeds for the future, as in reaching out for collaborations, sending out new emails, all these things which are classified working on your business, not in your business, that's yeah, your business won't be growing. So you really need to take time out for this. And I really do highly recommend hiring a coach for this. They will help you to understand exactly what it takes to start a brand new business. That's what I did this from the start of my business. I hired Carissa Hill from the Wolfpack Mastermind, and she has been incredible. I've also been in contact with several other people in the beauty industry, have been, mentors and things like that, and offered me little nuggets of advice. But honestly, hiring a coach is phenomenal. I don't want to say it's essential, but it'll really, really, really help you, because it's not just about doing the treatments and doing them well. It's about actually selling, and that's what business is. It's just selling and learning how to sell effectively and retain and all those crazy things that come with business. You can't just put a post out there onto Facebook and just hope that people are going to see you. There's actually a lot of strategy that goes behind creating a new business, and I tell you what, no one told me that, and I don't know if anyone's really talking about it. There are a lot of people talking about tips and things like that, but for new up and coming business owners, there's not really anyone talking about this. So you do have to essentially learn a whole new language. You got to know what's copywriting, how you got to build your website, you got to build email databases, all of these things. Thank you for the love heart. These are all things that you have to consider, and these are the things that will get you further in your business quicker. And they take a lot of work and a lot of practice. So those are all the things that have come to mind so far. Gosh, there are so many other things, but here is actually one that I've recently learned, is that in order to get ahead with a new business, I have another one actually as well coming up. In order to get ahead in business, sometimes you might have to outsource. Now, this scared the crap out of me, let's be honest, because I thought, I can't afford it, or I don't know if I could trust anyone else to do it. I do it already well enough, all those little limiting beliefs. I just recently hired 2 admin girls, more like virtual assistants, and seriously, it has been the best decision I have made for myself as a leader, as a business owner, as just for the business in general. It's been amazing. These girls have just come on board and have helped me so much, and they're doing better than what I could have ever done for the job roles that I've given them. Seriously, I'm not even exaggerating. I was spending hours on tasks that take them minutes. So outsourcing is such a valuable thing, and you really don't want to be scared about spending the money on this, because the amount of value that you're going to get is just incredible. It's something I've recently learned. One of the other things that I kind of touched on before is that people don't tell you that, I'm not sitting here to tell you to be desperate for clients, but you do kind of have to bend over backwards for clients at the beginning. And you might be thinking, what? I'm not going to do that. But you really got to put your ego aside and realize that if you're a new business, you don't have many reviews. Maybe you do have reviews, but the thing is, you don't have a reputation in your city or town. People just don't trust you, and you might have to go out of your way, hand deliver gift vouchers or send personalized text messages, all these kinds of really, really personal things. Do really nice things, say nice things, really bending over backwards to give them, I'm sorry, excuse me. You're gonna have to do those things to really make a name for yourself. I mean, I'm sure you can get away without it, but these are things that I found that have really pushed the needle further and have gotten clients. Clients have just really fallen in love with the business rather than just being a customer. So these are all my tips, and I hope that you're not feeling scared about business. Please don't feel like that, because business is hard and it does take time and consistency and dedication. Oh gosh, and discipline. Did anyone tell you about discipline? if you don't have discipline in your life right now, you will struggle to start a business. And I never used to be as disciplined as I am now. And I tell you what, I had to force myself into a lot of things. I have to force myself into things every single day. And you get to the end of the day and you're like, I really don't want to do this task. It's like, you need to do it, but you have to force yourself to do it. And if you're not any good at that and you like to slack off and forget about things, which, I'm guilty of course, you might find business really hard. But if you are motivated, if you do have a growth mindset and you do want to achieve things and you do have patience, you're really going to have patience. And you have a unique selling point. So what makes you different? Are you confident in yourself and what you're selling and what you're providing and the value that you're adding to the world? If you are confident in all these things, please know that you will succeed. You absolutely will. Go out and start that business, but do consider everything I said and do find an amazing coach to get you started. Speak to other therapists and speak to others that have gone down the path that you want to go downwards, and you will succeed. Thing is, as well though, don't listen to everything you're told, because a lot of the time when it comes to business, everyone has an opinion and everyone has their own lived experience. So really try to only listen to the opinions of those who have gone down the path that you wish to create for yourself. That's why I hired Carissa, because she has created so much abundance and wealth and success and happiness in her life, very similar to how I would like to. So that's why I've chosen her, and she's helped me so much so far. So that is it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please let me know if you like videos like this. Talking about business is something I can talk about from experience. Of course, I'm not a business coach, so I can't provide any kind of good advice, only lived experience. But if you do want to hear more tips and just stories from starting my own business, please let me know. I'd be happy to share. And I look forward to coming on here and talking to you more. And P.S., starting your own business is one of the best things ever, because you get to meet the most sweetest clients that you form a friendship with. Check this out. My client bought me this amazing raw snack. She's brought it in for me today. I mean, that's just amazing. That's so, so sweet. And that's some of the things you get to encounter when it's your own business. All right, guys, have a really nice night, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye.